Bunky Green, The Thrill Is Gone. Reaction coming up in 30 seconds. Hey everybody, this is Matt Criscuolo coming to you up close and personal. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button if you like what I'm doing. And guys, I can't monetize most of the stuff that's on my channel, so I'm really dependent on your support and your love. So if in the description below there's a few different ways you can show some support, if you want to check it out, that'd be great. If not, I'm just happy that you showed up. At any rate, I'm doing this particular reaction because it happens to be a very important moment and song for me as a musician, as a saxophonist and composer myself. You know, when I heard Bunky Green for the first time, it really knocked me out. Now, I had already heard of Henry Threadgill and Arthur Blythe and some of those other fringy kind of avant-garde saxophonists, and I had been going in that direction for a long time. But when I heard Bunky Green, I heard him doing things on this particular song and his sound and his approach that I had never heard before. So it totally threw me for a loop, and I wanted to share it with you. I think it's not only a pretty song for even any type of listener, but I think that if you're a saxophonist and you haven't heard this particular cut, and if you haven't heard of Bunky Green, you're going to enjoy this. So George Ibrahim, Gabriel, Joey Peacock, you know, all my friends out there, I hope you enjoy this very much. Billy Colburn, check it out. This is Bunky Green. Now, isn't that different? I think it was, you know, when I heard this the first time, I thought, whoa, listen to him bending that first note. I mean, this is the first song on his record, and he had other records out before this one. This is just my first record of his. And I put this on and I started listening to that, and the first thing he comes out and he plays the saxophone with that kind of a bend on the melody, that knocked me out, man. That totally opened up a whole other thing for me and kind of gave me permission to do certain things on the saxophone that I wasn't really thinking about before. You know, that's what these great musicians do. He happens to still be alive, and he teaches actually out of Jacksonville, Florida, which is where I'm at now in Florida, not in Jacksonville, but yeah, he's a great performer and artist and composer and educator. Anyway, Bunky Green, check it out. Oh, that's stanky. Stanky. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that even to this day still knocks me out. I still love it so much. What do you get out of it when you listen to it? Do you get any feelings, or is it just an intellectual exercise for you? Does it make you feel nervous? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel intrigued? Those aren't really feelings. The intrigue is not so much, but you know what I mean. What does it make you think or feel is what I'm trying to ask you. Just if you were to look at it from the perspective of as a saxophonist who is, let's say, listening to it as far as saying, hey, what is this guy doing? What's going on behind the curtain? I could say that I really like the liberties and the choices that he made with the melody. I like his arrangement with the hits that he did as far as his sound. I gotta tell you, man, before I heard Bunky Green, I used to hear alto saxophone sounds that were in this ilk. And I describe it as a very pure, more authentic kind of an alto saxophone sound. When I hear somebody like Arthur Blythe or Henry Threadgill, I'll hear, a little bit, or Ornette Coleman, I'll hear different, I wouldn't describe it that way. His sound, and even my own sound, I don't hear it as the quintessential alto saxophone sound. I hear, Paul Desmond's sound, maybe Bunky Green's alto sound as more along the lines of what I would say, hey, that's an alto sound. So I usually would have strayed away personally from trying to sound like that. But something about Bunky Green, man, when I heard his sound, the fullness, the tone, and everything behind it, I fell in love with it. I love it. I actually called him up and spoke to him a couple times on the phone. And he was a very, very nice guy. In fact, he even played a little piano for me on the phone because I was asking him a question about this particular song and what he was doing at a certain part, and he said, and he demonstrated it over the phone on the piano. And the guy, let me tell you, man, his piano chops are frightening. What I heard on the piano was scary. The guy, most of us saxophonists actually can play piano to a certain degree. I write music on the piano, so I have some piano chops, but I'm not a performer. I don't go and play piano in front of people. I mean, I'm not at that level. I have done that with my own music, but I can't do a whole night of that. But I think somebody like Bunky actually can do that. He's at that level. He's really something. But I hope you enjoyed this as much as I do. Bunky Green is somebody that you should check out more of. He's done a lot of stuff with another great saxophonist named Maranthapa. I forgot his name. Is an Indian guy, but very, very amazing and a musician. Check out the stuff that he did with this Indian cat, Maranthapa. But even any of Bunky's older recordings that he did, where he's playing a little bit more straight ahead, with some of the classic musicians that are on his recordings, he's played with all the greats. And he is one of the greats. Anyway, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And you take it easy. And if it's real easy, take it twice.